Welcome and thank you for joining us for Coach's Corner. My name is George Webb. I'm one of the assistant coaches here for the Dover-Sherburne Raiders, and I'm here with the head coach, Steve Ryan, of the football team. So, Steve, congratulations. We are now sitting at 4-0.
Right. It's been a great ride. The kids are playing really hard, and it's paying off.
I tell you, we didn't expect. We knew the team would be good. You knew you had a really good sense for the team, but we didn't think we'd be sitting at 4-0 at this point of the season, did we?
Well, we certainly had some questions going into the season, but kids have definitely stepped up, especially at the quarterback position. We didn't know, how these guys would handle it with Garrett and Ronan, but both of them have stepped up and played great. Danny left, and there was a void there, and both of those guys are playing great.
I'd say it's really interesting, this team. We had a very, very good team last year. This year, this team has the same cohesion. It's a culture that's been put in and is passed down from the team captain to team captain. And these guys are playing full 48 minutes of football.
Yeah, you're right. And it starts with the captains. And our captains are physical kids. And that kind of play is just so contagious. And, when one guy's hitting hard, the other guy wants to outdo him. And it really works in football that way.
So we're going to have one of the captains join us right after our session with Coach over here. But let's recap the Dedham game. Dedham, very good squad. We walked into their house knowing it would be a very tough game. I think we were a little surprised at the score at the end, 24-0. Maybe you can just talk about kind of the key takeaways.
Sure. That score isn't indicative of how tough that game was. We saw a few things they were doing. We were able to exploit it offensively, and defensively our kids just battled and battled. When Mackay went down, he's kind of the heart and soul of our defense. So many kids, Griffin and Michael and our interior linemen, they all stepped up and played better and picked up the slack for Mackay not being in there.
So let's talk about Team D. That really set the tone for the game, almost from the open. We've gone 15 quarters now without letting points allowed. We had 3 interceptions in this game. Ronan had one. Harry had one, and there was one other. And Olsen had one. So 3 picks on the defense. So really, really good play from our guys there, and that, of course, gives the offense a little more time and confidence.
Right. When your defense is, able to keep them off the board, it lets us be a little bit more aggressive on offense. And, in the second half, we tried to exploit a few things, as I said they were doing, and we were able to run the ball up the middle on them because we found them overreacting to our sweep. And, that kind of thing takes time, but we're confident when our defense is playing so well that we have the time to slowly march down the field that way.
So this game was it was a lot tighter than what it appered to be on the scoreboard. But again, here we are 5 days forward. That was it seems like it was a month ago, and we're one team, one practice at a time. We have Bellingham coming up on Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Bellingham, they've had our number the last few years. We're certainly looking for some payback, and I firmly believe that we're the better team, but I believed that last year, and they went out and we made a few mistakes, and they were able to beat us. So we have to come out and play our game and be smart about it, and hopefully, the chips fall in the right direction this time.
Bellingham always plays tough, and they've had a good team. They graduated a lot of seniors last year, if I'm not mistaken, and our guys are going to be up for this one. But I think it's three games in a row that we've dropped to them. And I think we're going to be up for this one.
Oh, yeah. I think our guys know that, and they're fired up, ready to go. But, they're always ready. Our kids are always ready. Come game time, they're fired up no matter who we're playing.
So what should we look for in terms of game prep, and what should we expect from Bellingham?
We know what Bellingham's going to do. The same stuff that they've done this year is the same stuff they did last year. We're prepared for it. I think we can run the ball on them. I think we can get the ball to our wide receivers. And defensively, we're going to stay aggressive and get after them. Last year they beat us with a couple of screen passes, but, we're ready for that. We have guys assigned there, and we should be ready.
So the game's here on our field on Saturday at 3:45 p.m. We keep talking about the 12th man. It was important. We actually had a really nice group show up at the Dedham game, and it's great when you're in an away game and you hear half the crowd cheering for blue, and it really does make a difference for the guys. So thank you for showing up at Dedham. And this Saturday should be a really nice day to take the family out and watch the game. Again, this is a half point of the season, and the team's looking to go 5-0. So you can't ask for a better fall football, Saturday than that. Steve, when do they start seeding playoffs? And that'll be coming up soon, right?
Right. It's after the regular season's over. So we have Bellingham, we have Medway, we have Millis, and then the playoffs will be seeded. But the rankings are already out, and I believe we're number 2 right now. We don't pay too much attention to that because things can change greatly with one win or one loss.
So the MIA rankings, I think that's the highest we've been in quite some time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, probably ever.
Feels pretty good. And thanks for not doing a Jim Mora on me. Playoffs, we can't talk about playoffs. We got Bellingham coming up. So we got our work cut out for us. The guys have been motivated this week in practice, right?
Yeah. It's been a very exciting week for us.
And we're going to have Mekhi Robinson, one of the 4 captains of the team. We're going to interview him in a moment. Can we just talk about Mekhi's play? And we're lucky to have him back. He's practicing, right?
Oh yeah. He went down with that bad hand injury. He's got a big brace on. We're going to club it over the top of it, and he's going to be able to play. He's just that kind of tough kid. He's a kid that everybody rallies around. He's a leader. He's a captain, and certainly the heart and soul of that defense.
Steve, any final thoughts before we wrap up this edition of Coach's Corner?
No, just the kids are extremely excited about this one. Going 5-0 is really special. Getting the high ranking is really special, and we're doing everything we can to keep that 0 in the loss column.
It's a real team sport. We have all of our guys out there playing full 48 minutes of football, so we'd love to see everybody turn out on Saturday, 3:45 here at our home field. We're going to take a break here for a moment, and then we're going to come back with Mekhi Robinson.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story.
Thanks for coming back. We were going to have Mekhi Robinson join us, but he and the team are doing some extra work out on the field and won't be able to join us for this edition, but we'll be sure to get him next edition to talk about the team and the 4 captains and getting ready for the Bellingham game, which, again, is a big game looking to go 5-0. Thank you again for joining us for this edition of Coach's Corner. My name is George Webb, and we look forward to seeing you after the Bellingham game.